And I think what we're losing in this debate is a celebration of resilience and mental strength. I really believe that.
Well, there we go. America is losing the battle of resilience, I think. The things that our country, the values that our country used to have is not what it is today. Resilience is essentially our capacity to deal with stress, right? Adversity, change, difficulty, right? It's not about avoiding challenges. It's about learning to recover and grow from the inevitable hurdles we face. Resilience is like a shock absorber for life's bumpy roads. Research shows it can benefit us in all sorts of ways, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, you name it, it can benefit us. But here's the key. Resilience is fixed. It's a skill we can strengthen over time, and it's a skill that we can develop and help others catch by being around us. It's one of those things you can become more resilient, believe it or not, by hanging around more resilient people, right? With some practical strategies, we can get better and bounce back. How many people want that bounce back? How many people do you know need that bounce back? How many people do you know has that bounce back? I know I do. I just won't give up, y'all. I'm not gonna roll over. I'm gonna compete. I don't look at myself as a person in a wheelchair. I look at myself as someone who can do anything I put my mind to. You know, I may be a little slower. I may have more steps and more moves and more routines to get the job done. It may take me longer, but I'm gonna do it. When I got out the hospital after having a surgery on my bottom, they gave me, they had to do a skin graft and they had to drill holes and get all the all the bacteria and the bad bone, because I had osteomyelitis. My bones were getting weak. I had got an infection all the way to the bone. I was in the hospital for a while. And after coming out the hospital, I decided I'm going to live my life, man. I decided right there that nobody was going to stop me from doing what I want to do. I am going to travel the world and see what's out there before I die. I think I was around 38, 39. It's right before 40, right before the midlife crisis, that they want to call it. It was sad, man, what I went through. It was really sad just watching family turn their back on you. It was really sad watching people who you thought loved and cared about you mistreat you. It was just sad, man, just going through the whole ordeal, man, that honestly, I lost faith in a lot of people and a lot of things. But one thing I kept hearing over and over and over and over in my head, and it was my dad's voice. Son, get up. You're 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶cie. We're overcomers. We don't quit. Be strong. Kept hearing those things, man. My dad, I didn't know what was going to happen to my dad. I didn't know I was going to lose my dad. I always thought my dad was going to be around. He was a strong man. Even though his body was getting weaker and he had sickness and illnesses, he was staying with my sister at the time in Texas. I just never thought in a million years that I would lose him. There's things I wanted to do for my dad. You know, every kid, you know, especially kids from the hood, right? You want to buy your parents a house. I wanted to buy my dad a house. I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to be successful and show him, hey, dad, I'm a man. You know, you raised me right. I made it. Um, Long story short, after getting out the hospital in 2018, you know, I was talking to this woman overseas in Africa, and I decided, hey, man, I'm gonna come out and see you. So got out the hospital, went to work, started doing Uber, and I was doing that thing like 12 hours a day. Got me a seat cushion this time so I could work, so I don't injure myself again. Because I'm, you know, I made a promise to myself, man, I'm never going back to that. I'm never going back to what I went through again. I'm never going back. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going back. I'm going forward. So I got myself right, got me a seat cushion, started doing Uber like 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Um, One of my buddies, thank God for friends, because your friends will come through for you oftentimes more than your family. Like I said, even though I had siblings, they weren't messing with me. They weren't rocking with your boy, man. And you know what? I'm thankful for that, because it just makes me stronger. So I'm not here to down talk my siblings, man, for not helping me. I'm thankful. You know, maybe that's part of what God wanted, so I can become more stronger, more resilient, more tougher, more self-efficient, self-reliant. I became self-reliant. I don't need nobody. With I don't care what disability. I'm gonna figure it out. Here's one thing I learned. Let me tell y'all the secret sauce real quick, right? The secret sauce is this. There is no savior. You are your own savior. Say it again, because you know a lot of y'all might not like how it sounds, but it's, you know, if it ain't tight, it ain't right. You know, but this is real. You are your own savior, right? Nobody is obligated to help you.